This is a Construction Tales brief safety topic. Let's review how high visible clothing adheres to regulations and industry standards. The U.S. industry standards that govern high-vis clothing come from the American National Standards Institute, known as ANSI. In Canada, the Canadian Standards Association, CSA, governs that specific jurisdiction. The U.S. industry standards sections can be found under either ANSI or ISEA 107 or CSA Z96. In the UK, the regulations that govern the standards are under EN ISO 20471 certification, with 3 classes that range from Class 1 to Class 3. Meanwhile, over in Australia and New Zealand, they follow 2 main industry standard sections with 3 different classes. Background colors that adhere to the many international industry standards are lime green, orange, or red. If you see other high visible colors, such as fluorescent pink, they do not technically fall within the industry standards. As you can see on a global level, the industry standard regulations are broken down into different types and classes. What is the purpose of breaking them all down? The classes are all defined by the minimum amount of background and retroreflective material. Additionally, there is a configuration of the retroreflective material as well as other technical garment design requirements. Here are the types of classes that are used to categorize high visible clothing standards as per American National Standards Institute regulations. ANSI Type O, Class 1, ANSI Type R or P, Class 2, ANSI Type R or P, Class 3, and ANSI Class E. Here in the United States, all public access roadways are governed by federal legislation. Additionally, those federal rules are enforceable by OSHA inspectors. The 2009 Federal Highway Administration Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices was developed from 23 CFR Part 634. The Federal Highway Worker Visibility Rule, 23 CFR Section 634, was the first step in the creation of the U.S. Comprehensive Worker High Visibility Regulation. During my research, I learned there is both high visibility and enhanced visibility. Construction clothing that's identified as enhanced visibility is a reference for any garment of any color that has retroreflective striping added to it in any configuration. Surprisingly enough, these garments are not typically ANSI compliant. Ideally, they are intended for workers who labor within lower risk environments. Despite not being ANSI compliant, these workers can still benefit from the extra security of heightened visibility while working within low light conditions. To be totally clear, ANSI is a voluntary consensus standard and not a requirement on every construction job site. The only time it is a requirement is if either ownership or the general contractor of a job site specifically requires workers to wear high visibility clothing. However, it is most certainly required on federal roadway projects. Firefighter equipment also follows ANSI and local jurisdiction regulations, since fire department standards are governed under each local fire department laws, codes, and regulations. This concludes this Construction Tales safety topic. Come back for more topics soon.